Hi, this is Steve Garland, head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia, giving my weekly Virginia Wrestling video newsletter. A couple quick things I wanted to highlight this week. One is the Clarion Open, our first competition. We open up the 2016-17 competitive season this weekend. But before I get to that, I wanted to make a pretty cool special announcement about Georgie DiCamillo. He has been invited to wrestle in the All-Star match that's going to be happening this Saturday in Cleveland, his hometown. He's been invited to wrestle on the undercard, and he'll be competing against Brock Zacharel from Clarion. Brock is a very good wrestler from Clarion who actually beat Georgie 2 years ago. So this will be a great opportunity for George to see a guy that, and hopefully get some revenge. And I know how tough Zacharel is because we also wrestled him again this summer. Sammy Krivas did, and had a great match with him at the University Nationals. So that's going to be a very key, right off the bat, matchup for Georgie. And more than anything, just an amazing opportunity for Georgie to wrestle in front of his hometown crowd. I know he's over the moon excited about it. We're excited about it. The reason why you're just finding out now is because it just went finalized last night. It literally right before practice, it just kind of all came together. They've been after George to wrestle in this undercard for some time, but they couldn't find an opponent to match him up with due to injury and other circumstances. So they were finally able to get confirmation from a great kid and a great competitor. So we're really excited about that. So I will get you guys in an email blast all the information on the All-Star match, where you can watch it, what time it's starting, what's the website that it's going to be streamed on, or whatever the information is. As soon as I get all that information from the NWCA, you guys will have it. So please join me in supporting Georgie DiCamillo and the NWCA All-Star match. It's an incredible honor. Guys like Chris Henrik and Nick Solzer and myself and, gosh, I'm trying to think, Scott Moore. There's been a lot of Virginia wrestlers that have competed in that, and it's always a big deal when it happens. On to this weekend's competition with Clarion. We are excited, to say the least, to finally compete. And I say finally because even though I feel like it's been on us pretty fast, this date, I mean, I feel like I blinked. It was August, and all of a sudden it's November 1. But we've been training our tails off. Coach Lean has been doing an absolutely fantastic job of designing our training curriculum, our calendar, and executing it. Mark Ellis, Coach Ellis, our brand new coach, has made a very, I would say, he's been impactful in many ways already. I would say that his transition has been smooth as silk. He jumped right in like he'd always been in there. He's been doing fantastic with our guys. As a national champion, I knew his technique would be good, especially from the program Missouri he's coming from, but he's even exceeded my expectations. He's also exceeded my expectations in the way he runs practice, the intensity he brings to the table. So it's just been really good. And obviously Shelton Mack has been phenomenal as well. So it's just been a great month training camp, sort of heading into that was after our preseason camp to heading into competition. Here's what I'll say: last week or 2 weeks ago, I talked about our guys loving each other enough to not take it easy on them and not let them off the hook. And I would say that it's now even graduated, because that culture was set. Now it's graduated to the point of guys are just absolutely warring with each other in there. I mean, I'm talking yesterday. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds cliche. And I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not saying this is going to result in anything. I'm not saying it guarantees any result, other than I guarantee the process is happening the way we want it to happen. And that's a great feeling as a coach. These guys are fighting tooth and nail for every point, every scramble, every hand fight, from the start of the whistle to the last whistle when practice is over. And it's just awesome. And with that comes intensity. With that comes injury. With that comes other things, because we're going so hard. But we can't, we're not going to pull back on the gas pedal right now in terms of the intensity, because we need it as a program. So I want to assure everybody that the effort of our student athletes has been incredible. It's just very exciting to be able to walk in the wrestling room and know you're going to get the most out of your guys. And as a coach that's telling these guys not to get fixed on outcomes, but instead to be locked in on the process, it's a good place to be. That's where we're at. I'm not guaranteeing anything in terms of results this weekend, other than I think we're going to have some very exciting things happen. I think that our young guys especially are going to be they're going to be excited to compete in the blue and orange. And I'm not going to name names, but I'll just say just keep an eye on some of those younger guys, because they're pretty silly. They're very, very good. And then also our older guys are chomping at the bit, and there's guys that want to prove something, and there's guys that, like Chance McClure, is coming off injury. He has been humbled through injury, and he can't wait to get out there and compete, because he knows what it's like to not physically be able to do so. So it's going to be a great thing for us as a program to start off the year. I will give you guys my recap as soon as we get back on Monday. Thanks, and go Hoos.